This video is brought to you by G2A.com. Check out the link in the description for cheap games. Yo, what's up guys, Jack here, hope you're all having a nice weekend. With all this hype around Battlefront, it's important to not let some Battlefield updates fall under the radar, and a couple of days ago we got a pretty big content update in the CTE version of Battlefield Hardline. Recently added into the CTE are 11 new weapons, 1 new map, a new vehicle based on an import tuner car that looks like something directly from a street race in downtown Tokyo, as well as a new gadget and a new game mode. In terms of the new content, some of it is in testing for the next upcoming DLC called Getaway that's more likely going to be released in December, and some are for future updates as well. Zach Mumbach, who is one of the lead devs on the game, confirmed this on Twitter. I do apologise if you can hear the rain in the background, it's absolutely tipping it down right now, but I'm going to do this commentary. So let's just run through all the weapons first that you can currently try in CTE if you hop on. In no particular order, of course, we've got the SAR-21. This is a bullpup assault rifle for the operator class. The SAR-21, of course, is already present in Battlefield 4. The MP5 Navy, which is an SMG mechanic weapon for the cops only, reminds me of old Rainbow Six games and Call of Duty 4. The UMP9, which is another SMG for the mechanic class and one that we've got access to in Battlefield 4 as well. The G17 Race, this is an all-class pistol, but I'm sure you're wondering what on earth does race mean. Well, the race gun is a heavily modified gun designed for fast shooting and accuracy, and the type of gun that's mainly used in shooting competitions and stuff like that, so they look pretty sweet and all decked out. And yes, the pistol comes default like you see it now. Then we have the MP5 SD, which is an all-class PDW and is a suppressed variant of the standard MP5. This is interesting because they've given the normal MP5 variation only to the mechanic class and the cops, but the suppressed version, because it's less powerful I guess, has been given to everyone as a PDW. The AUG Parrot is a criminal-only weapon and is a short-barrel version of the AUG rifle. The AUG A3 can of course be found in BF4. Then we've got the badass-looking Winchester 1887 shotgun, which is an all-class weapon, a classic lever-action shotgun that I'm sure will feel pretty satisfying when popping heads. The AWS is a suppressed bolt-action sniper that surprisingly is an all-class weapon. Considering you can only pick up sniper rifles if you're playing as a professional, this seems like an odd choice if I'm honest to make it an all-class weapon. We'll see how this pans out. Next we have the Beretta M12S, and you may hear Beretta and think pistol, but this is in fact a very old SMG and it's available only for the mechanics on the cop side. Then we've got the M14 Sage Enforcer only rifle. This is a DMR, and while the M14 isn't directly in BF4, the M39 EMR is, and that itself is a modified version of the standard M14. The M39R is pretty slow firing though, whereas this M14 can be fired full auto. And lastly for weapons we've got the M12 Mod 1, which is for the professional class only. I mentioned a new gadget as well, and that's for the mechanic class, and it's an RF jammer. This can be used to block enemy gadgets. It will blow up trip mines, breaching charges and more apparently. I wonder if you can put one of these on your car to stop it being blown up by C4. Worth a shot to test that, I think. As for the new vehicle, well, check it out for yourself. It's obviously taken some design inspiration from something like a Nissan Skyline. It's got a massive rear spoiler, a body kit. For a small amount of time I thought I was playing Need for Speed again, and then someone shot my car and the dream was over. It's cool and it's different, and I'm sure that the racer in us all will have some fun drifting around corners in it. All the footage you've seen so far is on the new map, and as you can see I think it looks pretty gorgeous and interesting as well. It's currently called Train Dodge, but well, that sounds like it could be a test name to me, but as the name would suggest, there is in fact a train that goes through the middle of the map, and well, you better dodge it, because if you don't, you're going to have a very bad day. You can get on the train as well, you can ride on it, jump on it with motorbikes, all sorts. There's a foresty theme with lots of industrial buildings around. Looks like a gasoline company has their plant here, as well as some old mining buildings that are run down, with some really cool looking mining tunnels built into the mountain as well. Overall visually it looks great, and it seems to be a pretty big map as well. Right now though, it's quite hard to get a good feel of how it plays, because basically there isn't anyone playing the CTE version of Hardline at the moment. I jumped on and ran around to record this footage, but there just isn't players playing it right now apart from the odd one here and there, and that just obviously isn't enough to play the map and get a feel of the balance. There is a new game mode as well, Capture the Flag. You know what capture the flag is. You've got to go steal the enemy team's bag and take it to an escape chopper while still defending your own bag at the same time. It feels like it's designed especially with the getaway theme in mind, where they want these epic moments of players capturing the bag in their tuner cars and starting a big chase sequence where the other team is trying to hunt them down and prevent them from delivering the cargo. It's a game mode that feels like it could work well with the vehicles in Hardline, and there are tons of jumps around the map as well, and also the train, so it could create some really epic cinematic moments. Now, if the new weapons and testing the new map just isn't enough for you, we've also got the return of those Syndicate symbols. What do they mean? The new map has more of the same symbols that we've seen on the previous maps, but they are slightly different. Maybe it's part of a sequence. Not only are the symbols on the map, but they're also appearing on weapons as well. The 1887 shotgun, which we saw earlier, has one of the symbols on the side of it, which maybe itself means something. Maybe you can use it to trigger some sort of Easter egg, or to trigger progression of an Easter egg to unlock something. I don't know. Or maybe it's just a complete red herring and we're being trolled by Vissel. Who knows? But the curiosity factor is certainly heating up. And that's all for today, folks. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Which of these new guns are your favourite, and are you interested in playing on the new map and the new game mode? Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video, thumbs down if you didn't, and I'll see you in the next one.